everybody, it's Christine Barger, and today I'm going to tell you about how and where to buy your puppet friends. A lot of people ask me, Christine, where do you get your puppets from? Well, I get my little friends from all different places. Everything from yard sales to making them myself to gifts from friends and family to buying them at a professional figure maker's location. But if you're just starting out in ventriloquism or puppetry, maybe you don't want to spend that much money. I totally get it. Ventriloquist figures can be thousands of dollars. But when you're starting out, you might want to spend less than $100. So if you're going to do that, you want to aim for places like your local toy store or a Target, or go online and check out Amazon, eBay, or Etsy. There are also a couple of puppet websites. There's the Puppet Store and the PuppetHut.com. Check those out. But if you really want to aim for a professional figure, then maybe you could check out a place like Axtell.com. Axtell Expressions is where I got Stunkles and Darwin. And if you like those guys, they have amazing puppets there that range anywhere from under $100 for a starter puppet to, I would say most professional puppets there start around $200 and up. And you can get custom puppets, all sorts of different things. But I want to remind you that if you buy a puppet from Steve Axtell right off the shelf, the way that he's made it, remember that he does own the rights to that. So you want to talk to him about permission before you shoot on TV or film or make any merch or anything like that. That's something to think about when you're buying your puppet. Do you want to own your puppet? Do you want to have someone create something specifically for you and you own the rights to it? Do you just want something for fun that you can use on TikTok? What is it that you want to do? Suzy Q is the next puppet up in the line of price points, I suppose. She's a matte puppet, and she's a really great puppet. I love her. She's my little blonde girl. I've had her for years and years. She's wonderful. But matte puppets are going to start closer to the $400 and up range. And if you're looking at something like Darlene, who's a wooden figure, you're going to be starting at least $1,000 or more. A lot of the dummies that I've seen, or ventriloquist figures that I've seen, even start around the $3,000 range and go up depending on the figure maker. But where do you find these figures, and where do you find these other professional puppets like Matt and Axtell if you don't already know about them? Well, I'm going to put a really useful link in the description below that is to a website that's ventriloquist.org. It's not my website. I'm not affiliated with it. It's not a brand deal or anything. It's just a really good resource for finding puppet makers and ventriloquist figure makers. Another great place to go to find these great figure makers like Chance Wolf or Dan Paez or any of these guys, or women, is to go to the ventriloquist convention. There is a ventriloquist convention at Vent Haven every year. There is also CAX, which is Axtell's thing in California, which is Magic and Puppetry. Both of those places will have dealers and dealers rooms and places for you to go and actually hands-on see and feel and check out these puppets and figures and meet the designers, the creators. So those are great places to go as well. There's also Facebook groups. There is Ventriloquist Central. There are a lot of online resources for meeting other ventriloquists or puppeteers where you can talk to them about maybe buying one of their old figures or old puppets that they're getting rid of if you don't have a huge budget to buy your own new or have one custom made. Or you could make your own. I have a video on here on this channel that is about how to convert a toy into a puppet. But there are so many online videos about how to create puppets from scratch or from socks or however you want to do it. So there's so many resources online for creating your own. And I would highly recommend thinking about that as an option as well. I hope that this video helps. I also want to talk a little bit about how to choose what your figure or your friend is going to be, because one of the things that I didn't think about when I was young and I got Darlene from Mayor Studios, who no longer sells figures quite the same way that they did, but they still have a website if you want to check them out. It's mayor.com. I didn't think about the fact that she was for my right hand, and I'm right-handed. So I chose a figure for my dominant hand, and that left me kind of useless with my other hand on stage. So if you're new and you're just starting out with a figure, maybe think about getting a figure for your non-dominant hand so your dominant hand is still available to sign autographs and everything when you're famous. Also think about the size of the puppet or friend or figure that you're going to get. You don't want anything that is too big or too small for what you want to use. So if you're a small person, like a child, and your hand is smaller and you get a giant puppet, it may be really hard to manipulate. Same as if you're an adult, you have a larger hand and you get a small child's puppet, it may be uncomfortable, it might be too small for you to use. If you're going to be on stage and you know you're always going to be on stage, you don't want something really tiny because it won't read very well for the audience. So just think about things like that as well. And then think about the personality you're going to give your puppet before you go out and look, or maybe go out and look and then think about personalities before you purchase, because you don't want to just buy just a random puppet or ventriloquist figure and then you're like, well, what do I do with it? I don't have any personality for it. I can't find a voice for it. And you're kind of stuck going, I don't know if I want this. Make sure you think about that first as well. All right, well, I hope that this really helped. I don't know if I mentioned that I actually got my masks on Etsy. So you can also find really cool professional stuff on Etsy that is handmade and custom and really great. So you can check them out as well. But I hope this really helped. If you have other places that you get your puppets or figures, or other questions or anything like that, please write that in the comments below. I'm going to put links in the description, so check those out. And I hope that this is really helpful. I'm trying to do a little series here on Wednesdays of how-to videos, answering some of the questions that I get frequently from you guys, and I want to really try to give back to the community as much as I can. So if you have other questions or how-to videos that you'd like me to do, please put those in the comments below as well. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, turn those notifications. I still post videos every Friday as well, where I go on adventures with my puppet friends, usually the ones from Axtell and sometimes Darlene. And then I also have Ava on Tuesdays where she does toy unboxings, which are really fun. And yeah, also I got a brand new microphone. In my last video or 2 videos ago about I did how to win things. And I told you I won a microphone. This is the microphone right here. I won it from Rode Mic. They're doing another contest right now too. So check them out at Rode Mic, RODE mic.com or Rode.com, because they're doing another contest for short filmmakers, and you could win equipment too. So it's pretty awesome. All right, thanks for watching. Go be a light in the world.